Hey y'all, and welcome back to the Station Bakery. So today I'm going to be breaking down how to make a red velvet cookie butter cupcake. Oh, delicious, right? Well, let's get to making. So I have already measured out all of my ingredients and I have let them sit to allow them to come to room temperature. So now I am ready to add in all of my ingredients into the bowl. So first I'm starting off with my dry ingredients. In here I have 5 ounces of flour and 7 ounces of sugar. Right into the bowl. Next I'm going to open up my red velvet cake mix. Right, in that goes. If you feel that I'm moving too fast for you to keep up with all of the ingredients and measurements and things, I will have a complete breakdown of this recipe linked in the description below. I'm going to add on my paddle attachment. This is actually not the attachment that came with my stand mixer. This is from Amazon, and I'll have it linked in the description below for you. All right, so I'm adding this on. It's just to combine all of my dry ingredients to get them evenly mixed. That's all we're doing. So next I'm going in with 4 ounces of buttermilk and 4 ounces of caramel macchiato coffee cream. I'm gonna dump that right into the bowl. Next I have 9 ounces of sour cream. Next I have my 4 eggs, 4 whole large eggs. I usually just crack my eggs directly into the stand mixer, but for today, I decided to go ahead and do it the right way and crack it inside of a bowl. All right, and now we have our 4 eggs, and I'm just gonna dump them all into there. Next, I'm going to melt down this butter and add it into my batter. So I just popped that butter into the microwave for like 10 seconds, and I'm gonna do it in 10-second increments until it gets all the way melted. So I know many people might have questions about the cake mix. So this is the Duncan Hines Perfectly Moist Red Velvet Cake Mix. And the flavor, I feel like this is closer to an actual red velvet cake, whereas some other brands that I tried, they lean closer onto the chocolate side. And I just like the color that the Duncan Hines gives, because it's not so chocolate focused. It's a really pretty red, and it just really makes the cupcakes and things look super amazing. Choose whatever brand is your favorite, go for it, but I like to use Duncan Hines for those purposes. Just dump it right into the bowl. Our last and final ingredient is some vanilla. I'm not married to one particular brand. I do always try to choose ones that say pure vanilla over the imitation vanilla. How much to add? You know, you fill that out with your heart. If you're not one of those people who can do that, then start off with like a tablespoon or so. And it goes, but start off with 1 tablespoon. And you know, just see how your heart feels after that. We are now ready to mix this up. Starting it off on low speed, just to allow all the ingredients to combine, so all of that, all of my dry ingredients don't come flying outside of the bowl. And then once I see that it's mixed up, I'm just gonna move it up to like a medium-high speed. All right, so I think that this is good. And this is what my batter looks like. Just going to scrape down the paddle. The cupcake liners that I use are standard sized on the base, but they're taller than your average cupcake. Don't go and get jumbo. Jumbo cupcake liners are very different from these that I have. So let me tell you a little bit about why I'm making these cupcakes. One, they're super delicious, right? But I'm actually working on an order that was placed this morning for pickup tomorrow morning. Now, why did I take that order? You know, we always talk about no last minute orders and all that stuff. Well, I decided personally to take this order because it is for my friend, a very good friend of mine who really supports my business. So I decided to go in and take on this order. Plus, I was already wanting to make this cake for y'all in a tutorial. So I was like, well, this is the perfect opportunity for me to be able to make this, and the cupcakes and things will have a place to go. So that is why I am making these. Okay, so to scoop these up, I'm using an ice cream scoop and a spatula. I can't tell you where to get this ice cream scoop from. I can't tell you the size of the ice cream scoop either, because I don't know. This is just something that we've had for years, and I just decided to use it for my cupcakes. It wasn't being used for anything else, so this is what I scoop out. And I find that this, let me just show you, maybe you can tell by your eye, but this is the size. One scoop is enough to fill one of these tall cupcake liners. If I was doing this in regular standard size cupcake liners, I would do about a half a scoop to like 3/4 of a scoop, but these liners take like a whole scoop. So baby, when you hold me, I rather lost my senses than be lonely. 'Cause baby, when you touch me, I feel holy. Oh, nothing in the world will kill me. All of our cupcakes are now filled and they're ready to go in the oven. I'm going to put these in on 350 degrees. I'm gonna let these bake in the oven for about 12 minutes. Look at how pretty they are. I'm gonna go ahead and put them into these containers. This is going to be an order for 24 cupcakes, but I'm doing another flavor for the other half. So stay tuned for that video. These cupcake containers that I am using, I will have them linked in the description below for you if you're interested. But these are tall cupcake holders, so the top that sits on them like sit up really high. So if you have like any decorations or any toppers or anything that's gonna go on top of there, it will fit inside because the tops are domed up really high. Now that they're inside of the container, I'm going to go ahead and start piping on my cookie buttercream. This is actually cream cheese cookie buttercream. This is a softer buttercream because of the cream cheese. So keep that in mind if you're going to make these. My other cookie butter recipe that I do is just my velvety smooth buttercream and then add in cookie butter to it. We danced together till we got it right. Ups and downs through many days and nights. You appear to be. So for this next part, I'm going to be using my biscoff cookies. And you can find these in your local grocery store. You can also find them on Amazon. I'm going to put them inside of my hand food processor and mix these up. And I'm putting in about 8 cookies. So the consistency that I'm going for is kind of like this, where you have some big chunks mixed in with some finer chunks. This is going to give a range of texture. These larger chunks are going to hold up much better on the buttercream, so they won't like just dissolve away, whereas the finer pieces will kind of like melt into the buttercream. So that's why I like to do a mixture of big and small chunks. So I'm just gonna take a cupcake and just dip it on. Yummy. Oh, baby, when you hold me, I rather lost my senses than be lonely. 'Cause baby, when you touch me, I feel holy. Oh, nothing in the world will. Oh. I have melted cookie butter, and I'm going to drizzle it over the top. Oh.